Night connection, Shields, baby.
Yo, what's up? What's up? It's me, Adam Riot Thorn. Just drinking my juice and gin. Hope you're all having a good time. It's been an interesting June. It's been filled with torment, pathos, and adventure. I'm just older. Didn't do anything for my birthday because I fucking hate the world. Yay! But it was great just the week before my birthday that our Kentucky friends from Dinosaurs in a Mining Facility came down. And as we had Victoria Day, they had Memorial Day. And it made me think of the movie Memorial Day Massacre. So we did a 4-part mock-along this month. If you're on our Patreon, patreon.com/riotatthemovies, you got to see me. And then the second part, me and Peter. And then in the third part, just posted me and Nathan Robert Brown, Mr. NRB, No Reason Boner.
So these guys definitely die.
Boys and girls, it might be.
I mean, it'd be weird if they don't.
We just mocked along with the silly movie. The two guys who I had in there got to be confused because they only got to see 20 minutes of it. And this weekend, you'll see the last 20 minutes. We drag an hour-and-a-half movie out to 2 hours long because of my silly commentating. So that's on there on the Patreon. So you special sexy Patreonies, you get that for free downloads. It's totally like legal and shit, you know, because we're badass. So you get that for free. Well, if you're a Patreon. I believe there was a mixtape last month, so we'll have that there too. You got that to enjoy. And then you'll have the first clip posted tonight of behind-the-scenes footage for Rock and Roll Nightmare, the movie that the Patreon guys and our other great producers, Mr. Hayes, Mr. Sherlock, all you wacky folks out there, and the rest of the Patreon co-producing members, to make our new movie, Rock and Roll Asylum. It's our 6th film that we've made. I say films because it's usually just over an hour long, and they're on digital video, and they're made to be absolutely silly and, you know, punk rock weirdness, underground DIY.
Make sure he never embarrasses my family again.
My hat!
And now the needle.
No! No! No!
And now I'm peeing.
So then it ends up being like a wizard versus a mad scientist. Mad wizard scientists? Yeah, it's just a love excuse for me to play a bunch of weird, silly characters, be untasteful, mocking mental instability and mental illness. Since I've got most of those, I can say, fuck you if you think it's a problem. Isn't that wonderful? Hilarious. So you get to see those clips too. Eventually I'll have some clips to post on our Instagram and our Tumblr, our shitter Twitter, our Facebook group, the Riot of the Movies Terrible Fest, because we have moved away from riotatthemovies.com. We are Riot of the Movies, still with our YouTube pages and all our social medias, but our .com is Terrible Fest, because it's the thing we do in March of every year, and this will also be our 6th year of doing that. I've been making movies for more than 6 years, and I've been doing film fests and events for screenings of bad movies for more than 6 years. It's just a coincidence that it's our 6th movie we'll have completed by the end of this year, and by the beginning of next year, we'll have our 6th film fest. We've been doing terrible 2-day fest, even though it will still be 2 days, at least 2 days. Who knows what special wacky things will happen before next year. But in 2023, March, in Toronto, all details to come soon, but it will be, regardless, Terrible Fest. We'll just call it Terrible Fest, sometimes calling it Terrible Fest Toronto, because that's where we are, just so people are clear. We'll have a little bit of online content, because we want to pay homage to the last 2 crazy years where we've done so many online things. But I'd like to say, thanks to you guys and everyone being involved and people giving a shit and giving a damn, only in 2021 did we not have also an in-person event. In 2020 we had 2 in-person days and a little bit online, and Lord knows I went fucking crazy because we all thought the world was ending at that point. Then we did all online plus a bonus day later on in the year in 2021, and then this year we did 2 days of small content grouping in person back at Eyesore Cinema, and a bonus online day. So who knows what craziness will happen for, Terrible Fest 6 in 2023. I hope you'll be there. I hope you'll join us. I hope you've been catching our other videos on Heroes. We've been doing some clips and so forth. Here's a trailer for an upcoming movie. Just a little bit of a trailer. Just a sneak of a trailer.
Fairly insignificant.
This isn't good.
It's supposed to be a bus!
This bus!
I didn't realize that we were going to be doing this tonight.
The claw-mite infestation of the planet Earth is imminent.
Greetings! This is Brian Blessed.
What the heck is going on there?
Bug-eyed monsters invade the Earth.
The reason I put that is because I found that was made by a guy who was living in Kingston, a place that I went to high school in, and a place that I visited this month to go to Daft Brewery, a new location. Well, new to me. It wasn't around when I lived there. It's a cool little garage/brewery for wacky people and wacky personas to it. Got some interesting events that go on there. So someone said, hey, you should check it out. I checked them online, reached out, said, can you have me to do my show? And we did. I stood up on a weird little wobbly stage with a screen above my head. I had to reach really high to press the remote to an audience of people I don't know. I had about 10 people that I knew, but then the rest were just people stopping in because it was Queen's University grad weekend, and it's the first time they've been able to do that in 3 years. Plus it was the Pride Parade that week, and a little music fest was going on in town too, so a lot of people are doing other stuff, but it also caused people to just want to party, so some people passed through. So I got to meet some interesting strangers, got to give away some cool stuff thanks to Nexus Comics and Games in Kingston, and a weird little flea market that was right next door to Daft that was having a cheapy DVD sale, so I just bought a handful of them and gave them out to the strangers. So, and thanks to Novel Idea in Kingston for being there for me when I need them. I wouldn't be here without them, in general. So, this is our weekly update. Thank you so much for sticking around with us. Thanks to the people who did come out to my live show. I will have, at the end of the month, a live party at back at Eyesore, so it'll be our 3rd show of the month. And to that other bar that's owned by a friend of mine that ghosted me and then hosted it for somebody else. You missed out, buddy. Yeah, it's been a testing time indeed for us all, but that's why we need to be a little bit weirder, a little bit stranger, and accept that we're all a little bit crazier. Stay awesome. I'm gonna watch this VHS tape that I got from in Kingston there. Tracks about a guy who wants to make cookies, but he's also a secret agent hitman. And it's Shadow Stevens, the voice of Hollywood Squares.
Frozen head in a jar, riding on a donkey.